Hello everyone. So I'm back with another reaction, and I'm a few days late. I wanted to do a video New Year's Day, and I just never got around to it. So here I am today, and so I want to say again, I hope everyone had a safe New Year's Eve, and then I hope that we all have a blessed New Year. So we're going to go ahead and get into this reaction. This is the last video that Tim put out. I think it was maybe New Year's Eve, or I don't know when he put it out, but it was a few days ago. So I'm going to cover that one. Okay, it says 2 days ago. So yeah, New Year's Eve. So we're going to go ahead and get into this reaction. I know it's music in the beginning of it, so I don't want to play the music, but it was one little part in here that I wanted to focus on. You know, Tim is forever in his acting mode, so he's set the scene up for us to see him get in his truck. So he gets in and starts it up. I noticed a lot of lights come on that dashboard, and I'd love to see if, dang it, I missed it. I would love to see if those lights, if he has all of those lights stay on, because he's always forever bragging about Rooster. So does Rooster have lights on right now, like service engine soon or anything? But one of the boys is writing in the background. I believe it's Titus, but there it is right there. I paused it right where where the door is. Let me see if I can. Nope. Okay, I guess I'm just going to let it play instead of trying to pause it. But I know this is early in the morning. So this should be school hours. They should be finishing breakfast, and they should be in the classroom learning, but instead they're outside playing. At least he is. But if you look right there in the door, that's what Tim is focusing on, is somebody on their bicycle. Y'all see that? The way that they're standing and the coordination, to me, makes me think Titus. Junior has the same coordination, but it looked smaller than him, and I don't see Noah's coordination being like that yet. So anyway, he does have a light on that dashboard, but I can't tell. I couldn't tell what it was. It may have gone off by now. But I was just wondering how Rooster is holding up, since, you know, he likes to brag about that. I started watching this, and I probably made it through the first 10 to 12 minutes of it. So I just decided to backtrack and go ahead and do a reaction to it instead of seeing if I wanted to react to it. I saw enough stuff happening where it's like, yeah, I think this is reaction worthy. So I haven't seen too much of it yet, but I know he has music going right now. And every time I fast forward, somebody will tell me, oh, you missed this. So I try not to fast forward as often as I usually do. But the music, it just kind of kills, you know, covering too much of it. Like right now. But I did, okay, so he's looking at wheelbarrows. Okay, the music is over.
Hey, so they got one wheelbarrows, and they have two wheelbarrows. Which one y'all want? Y'all want a one wheel or two wheel?
I can't see them, so I can't like really picture in my mind what the difference is. Can you send me a picture?
Yeah, quick? I can. Okay. But it's pretty much just a basic wheelbarrow. It's like it's the exact same like wheelbarrow, the exact same like handles and everything. They just
Okay.
got
Well, let me ask Tim, but I would say whatever you think is best since you're there in the store, you push it around and you kind of see it.
I just want to call y'all.
Difference.
I just want to call y'all since y'all gonna be the one dumping the wheelbarrows.
Okay.
It should be easier, I would think.
Now, I'm going to keep my composure. Because y'all know how I get. And it's too early in this video. So I'm trying to talk slowly so that I don't start getting up there. Because this entire conversation has already run through me. For so many reasons. First of all, why is Tim looking at wheelbarrows, period, when he has all of that expensive equipment out there? I just really do not understand why he's looking at wheelbarrows when he has all of that expensive equipment out there. That's one. Two, he calls Megan and asks her what wheelbarrow does she think she wants, because they will be the ones pushing it. So he's not buying equipment for himself. He's buying something for his wife and kids to use. The same people that are supposed to be off of vacation and only in the classroom right now. Now, from the time that he said that is probably a week later, and they're already off of school and back to vacation already. This is why they don't know anything. What little their mom is teaching them, they can't stay focused on anything. So he's going to buy something for them to use to work with. Third of all, his wife had to have surgery for a hernia. Has he not been educated on how you get a hernia? Does he not care? Well, I would assume he don't care if she gets another one. But for a person who pretends to care, his heart has to be so small, including his mind and his heart have to be so small that he can't even rationalize, if I do this in front of people, it's going to turn them off. Because he's so much of himself. He can't see the harm that he's doing and keeps doing to his own image. This is calling her is just for content, because we know that whatever he deems necessary is what's going to go back home with him. We know that. And Megan is so dumbfounded, she said, let me ask Junior. So now my child will make the decision of what should come back home, because ultimately we know that you're buying it for them to have to use. Yet and still their dad have all of that expensive equipment out there. I just don't understand what we're about to watch. I do not. This is what made me just decide to just go ahead and do a reaction to it, because I don't know what we're about to witness. But I really am trying to just keep myself calm right now. I'm going to let it go some more. It's going to be a rough one for me.
To like navigate the two wheel, but the one wheel maybe like gotta balance it a little bit more. But I just figured I would ask y'all, since y'all the ones gonna be doing the dumping most.
How you gonna balance the one wheel more? How? That don't even make sense. The two wheels is because it's hard to balance the one wheel. So either he's messing with her to make her have to work harder should she choose what he just said, or he's that dim-witted that he doesn't know what that second wheel is for.
Like it.
Yeah. I don't
ask Tim what he think.
I never probably dumped a wheelbarrow in my life.
Ask him.
She's never dumped a wheelbarrow in her life, and she shouldn't be at this point. If it didn't happen before this age, it should not be at this point. She's several babies later. She's older in age, and she just had a surgery for the type of mess that he's about to put her through. I hope she doesn't have to use it. I don't want to see the boys using it either. But somebody's going to have to use it because he's buying it. And he's already said out of his mouth it's not for him. This is stupid.
Angela, what do you think?
Yeah, Tim Jr. It's a 1-wheelbarrow and a 2-wheelbarrow. Which one do you want?
What do you say?
What'd you say? He said 2-wheeler.
I got you. Sounds good. Well, I get y'all a 2-wheeler. That should be good. I'm thinking I'm gonna just get one, and we should be able to match.
I'm gonna get y'all a 2-wheeler. Tim is supposed to have his fat self outside doing all of this work. He's not supposed to be bothering them. He is supposed to be doing this work so his children can learn. You know what he told us? He was taking over the chores. And last time I checked, this is a chore. It really is not a chore, but that's what he's calling them. So we'll just stay in his category. This is a chore. He's not supposed to be calling them and asking them nothing. He's not supposed to be depending on them to help him with anything. This is something he said that he was taking over so that his kids could learn. So that they could get refocused in the classroom.
And with that, some type of way.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Sounds good. All right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
He should be ashamed of himself. It's good that he doesn't hang around other men because, you know, how he's always beating his chest and so proud. He would never have any pride if he just sat down and talked to them about the stupid stuff he does with his family. They would keep him feeling small. This is a man boy, a man child, a baby boy. That's what we'll call him, baby boy, like the movie. And I don't see him ever maturing past this point.
All it is to do is to get to work, and it's gonna be a long day of shoveling compost and getting it spread out in the garden. But we have a wheelbarrow now, and hopefully this system that I have planned, I think it's gonna work, and hopefully we don't have to work too hard. We gotta work smart, not hard. But I got the wheelbarrow, and we should.
Who would buy a wheelbarrow when they have all of that equipment out there and then say we're gonna work smart and not hard? Oh, that IQ has to be low. How is this working smarter, Tim, and not harder? It's quite the opposite. You definitely about to work harder when all you have to do is go out there and press a button to start one of those machines and use the scoop. Then he has that, what is it called, the box thing, where you can just spread stuff out.
They'll be able to handle it from here, so I'll pick y'all up probably tomorrow, and we'll get started getting this compost spread out.
I know he's desperate for content to be doing this stuff, but this is sad. Ooh. Not, not that shirt tucked. If you don't pull that shirt out of if you don't pull that shirt out of those jeans, Tim, you haven't been working out like that. That one workout that has not done it for you yet. If you do not pull that shirt out. And oh gosh. I'm gonna let this play some more while I clown, but I see he hasn't had a chance to mess this mini barn up yet, so this has to be right after they cleaned it up, because all Tim needs is a good 24 hours. Like, everything he's pulling out now, it will not go back to where he's taking it from. Nope. Everything he pulls out will get left where they used it. I mean, got that shirt tucked to the gods. Oh, what was he thinking? I mean, just bypass all of that expensive equipment to go and get rakes and shovels. Y'all make it make sense. Please help me make this make sense. Look at that. All that old manual stuff that he got, when all he has to do is move some of that fencing and drive his equipment in there. That's all he have to do. If his machines won't fit through the gate, which I think it will because he piled that stuff up in there some type of way. But it would be nothing for him to pull down a part of that fence and move that around, and it'd be a day's work for him while his boys are learning. You know, when Tim's subscribers come and they get upset with you, they always try and take a dig at you, talking about you must like him. There's nothing to like about Tim. Not anything. There's nothing attractive about this type of man. I wouldn't see Tim from afar, first of all, and think he was attractive. But he's showing us his personality traits now. So you don't even have to guess. That's nothing about him is attractive. Now he's about to, I don't know. I mean, he's using a wheelbarrow, so I don't know. He said that they were going to use it, but I see he's using it. But there's nothing attractive about Tim. Physically, mentally, emotionally, nothing. And somebody said that on my very last video, that I must like him. First of all, he's a married man. And Megan and Tim both are very safe. They safe with each other. There's no fear of somebody interfering with that they got going on over there. But I never say anything that should even give you the impression that Tim is somebody that's desirable. He don't wash his hands, so one of his pinkies couldn't even touch me. He doesn't rationalize and use good common sense. He's not a nice person. He doesn't put others before himself. He doesn't think of others. He just went and bought a wheelbarrow for his wife and his kids when he has equipment that can do that very job. Who wants that? His wife just had surgery for a hernia and he's about to give her another one.
Because we got this big old mound of I told Megan, I said we got a big old mound of poop on the garden. Big old mound of manure. But it's composted manure that's ready for the garden. It's gonna be amazing for growing plants and vegetables and all those type of things. But we gotta get all of this moved from here and spread out over this whole area. And maybe by the time I'm done, I'll do a square footage to figure out how many square foot this garden is. But
Tim is dumb. He's a very dumb individual. Now, if he was wanting real content, what would make him think he should do the opposite of using that equipment that he's already paid for? Does he not think that even his subscribers are expecting to see him use that stuff? He went and purchased this stuff, made big deals about it, named the stuff, made his wife and his kids worship it, and then he won't even use the equipment. Now he's doing an entire episode about some manual labor, some back-breaking work for his wife and kids to do.
It's a pretty big-sized garden. And so we got a lot of work to do today, but we're going to have fun doing it. And we're going to enjoy it, even though it's hard work, even though it's labor. As y'all see, I got one scoop there already, or one wheelbarrow load done already. And that looks good. And that's really how I want it, because I want that to be, I'll probably get the boys, Megan and the boys to come in and spread that out around this little area right here, because I want to make sure this compost stays thick. I don't want it to be thin, and I don't think we're gonna have a problem with that. With how much compost we have, we just have to take our time and get it done. It feels like one of those projects where it's like, how am I going to get all of this compost? Like when you do that first load and you first start working that shovel, when you hadn't like got a good sweat going, it feels impossible. It's like, there's no way I can move all this by hand. It took me a whole like day to move it with the tractor. So now I got to move it by hand and spread it out around here.
It took me a whole day to move it with a tractor, but now I got to spread it out by hand. Why didn't he unload that in different areas as he brought it over there with the tractor? Why did he make one big pile when he knew he was going to have to spread that out anyway? And he's talking about working smarter and not harder. Nobody's about to watch this video and be praising him. This is the dumbest show that I've ever seen.
But I've done these type projects before. I've done the hard things before, and I know that once you get going, the Lord will give you the strength to be able.
Tim haven't done nothing hard before, and somebody asked me what is that on his face, and somebody said probably an animal tick. I don't know what it is on his face, but it looks nasty, and it looks like what is expected. He probably was out there messing around with this manure and not washing his hands and scratched his face, and now he got what he got. It looks like cooties on his face, but I'm not sure what that is. It was there in the last video. It's still there now. And I didn't mention it in the last video because he was talking about so much stupid stuff with the boys in the classroom and all that. I didn't mention it, but when somebody asked, I was just like, okay, yeah, I saw it too, but I don't know what it is. It just looks nasty, very nasty.
Do it and do it well. And so after today, this might take a couple of days, but I'm thinking like if I just really just give it all my effort today, like from now all the way up to dark, I might have to skip a couple meals, just eat a banana or an apple or something like that for lunch and dinner, and just keep on going. It can be nighttime. Like I could do this at night, like the moonlight, because the moon gets super bright right over our garden area. And yeah, so I could be out here by moonlight shoveling compost. So yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm excited to see how this garden's gonna transform. I'm glad that we decided to get the wheelbarrow. Well, Megan decided. Megan and Tim Jr., as y'all heard on the call, they decided to get the wheelbarrow with 2 wheels, because as you're moving it down through the what used to be a pig pen, the pigs prepped this garden for probably about a year or so. We're gonna cover it with this compost, let it rest. But they recommend letting it rest about 3 to 6 months. But we're going to let it rest for a whole year, like a whole calendar year. We're going to let it rest at least 9 to 12 months, something like that, to let any, things that don't belong here die off, and then let all the good things come up. And that's what's going to happen over time. All of the bad things are going to die down, and all of the good things are going to come up. And what we're going to be left with is a beautiful, beautiful garden, healthy, clean.
So this bright individual is going to let all of this sit there for a year, and he's acting like his family has to come out and help him with this project. He could do this for a week straight and it wouldn't matter. It could give him something to do to keep him out of the classroom. But he wants it to happen quick, fast, in a hurry so that he can make content out of it. And so he can pull his wife and kids out there to help. He's acting like this is something that is a project that they're about to start. They're about to start gardening next week. And nope, a year. So why couldn't he just do this individually by himself? And if it takes him 7 days, then so be it. It would help him lose weight. It would help him with that fitness stuff he keeps talking about. Great cardio. A real physical workout. But instead he wants to give the workout to his family.
Like we're able to grow anything that we plant in this thing, so it's gonna be amazing. And so yeah, but I'm glad that we got that double wheelbarrow, because as you're going through, the ground is kind of bumpy, and with that single wheelbarrow, you have to put more energy into it. But with that double wheelbarrow, you just keep on pushing, and they can just bump all they want. So it has 2 wheels on it to keep the balance at the front. But yeah, I'm gonna try to go ahead and get a few scoops done. I'm gonna try to get some different piles spread out. So once Megan and the boys come out, they can start using this rake here, and they'll just take this metal rake. They could probably also take their foot, but it'll be easier to not twist your ankle if you take this rake here and then just rake on. I'm doing it with one hand, but y'all get the concept. Just rake it, push some like that right there. Yep, and then keep it.
Yeah, because nobody knows what raking is, so he needs to show us what raking is. He's proud of that one little pile he did. So now I see the way that he's stretching this out. He's gonna end up letting them do the bulk of the work. Because I thought he was about to keep going. But he's steadily talking about this one little pile that he put over there. Couldn't he have done this with that tractor? Dumped it in different areas, and then all they had to do is go out there, or he had to do is go out there and spread it out with rakes? Couldn't that have been an easier way to... never mind.
Keep it thick, nice and thick, and before you know it, we'll have nice, amazing soil, and we'll come in and till this in as well. We might not have to, because this is good dirt. You can plant directly into this, because this is organic material. It's not just hog manure. It's actually, it's manure mixed with a little bit. It's probably like 10% manure mixed in with 90% wood chips. So organic wood chips. So that's good soil. That's good topsoil there. And you can plant directly in that, and the plants aren't going.
Now we saw that crap that he had to get up out of there. We know that that's mostly pig manure over in that.
Get burnt up or anything like that, but they're gonna thrive. That's the plan, to get a bunch of little mounds like that spread out all over the place. I'm gonna try to get maybe about 10 or something like that set up, so that Megan and the boys will have something to do once they come out here. Because by the time they come out, I'm gonna be all the way in that zone. And so yeah, but I've done stuff like this before. I've shoveled dirt. I remember one time we were at our city ministry base, and I was shoveling some dirt. We had a sewer line replaced, and I was trying to get my dad to come by and with his tractor, because I didn't have a tractor back then, and push the dirt from the sewer line replaced. They dug it up with an excavator, but I couldn't get the guy, the plumber, to come back, which was actually my uncle. I couldn't get him to come back and like push the dirt back off in the hole. And so I was trying to get my dad to come with his tractor to push the dirt back in the hole, but my dad was busy and he wouldn't come do it either. So I got out there with a shovel. It was probably about a mound of dirt, about this big right here. It might have been even more, but I got out there with my shovel.
Didn't nobody feel like fooling with him? That basically let him know you can do that yourself. We know that you're not working. You don't have a job. Your wife is the one getting up going to work every day. This is what I do for a living, is use my equipment to make money. You can go out there and shovel that stuff. It won't hurt you. You actually need to get outside and do some work. Tim wasn't working back then. He had no reason to be calling other people to come and do something that simple for him.
And started shoveling, and shoveled all that dirt back in by myself in one day. And a guy came by. He was trying to make a little bit of money, and he was like, I can help you shovel that dirt if you want to. And I knew it was a hard job. I knew that it wasn't like a normal man's type job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have some like personal convictions when it comes to stuff like that. But I told him, I said, hey, you want to help? There's a shovel. And so he grabbed the shovel, and he started shoveling. After about 10-15 minutes, he was like, I'll be back. Never showed back up, and I already knew. But I told him, I said, enter at your own expense, because this is a hard job, and I don't recommend.
Enter at your own risk, first of all. So he's giving what he think is a nice, neat story about a grown man volunteering to help and running off. And he's about to make his wife and kids do this. And he said he's done it before. So then what's the problem with you doing it again? He won't touch nothing in that kitchen. He makes Megan anything, like I've said before, anything that he deems in his mind that a female should be doing, you can't catch his hands doing it. But he will make her do multiple things that she should never be doing out there. And this is one of them. Now, he just said it ran a grown man off. And that's funny to him. But he's about to make his wife and kids do this. Mind you, he has equipment right there beside him that could get all of this done in, an hour, if that?
Doing it. This job should be done by a machine. And so this job right here should be done by a machine. But today, Jesus has made me the machine.
And then he just gave the story about trying to get his dad and his uncle to come with machines to do it. But he's going to make his family physically do it. This is a sorry excuse right here. When I have to do it, when I can't depend on nobody else, let me see if I can find a machine. But now that I have machines that can do it, let me go buy a wheelbarrow so that I can make them break their back. You know, Megan, I told you if I have to touch something out here, you're going to have to help. You know, I told you if I give you those kids, you're going to have to do whatever I tell you to do. If we get married, it's my way. It's not going to be our way. You don't have an opinion in this marriage if we get married. If you don't want me to divorce you for those things that you repented to me for, not God, you repented to me for, which we still don't know what that was. But whatever it was she was repenting to Tim for, if you don't want me to divorce you, then, you know, my way or the highway. If it's backbreaking work, just suck it up, because I can be gone. I had options. Let him tell it. Oh, my bad. I'm trying to see if it's... Yep, I knew it would be. Music playing. I mean, this is just... It's not even entertaining to watch him do this. And he has equipment. I want to say stuff, but I can't even fix my mouth to say anything because I'm just dumbfounded right now. I don't even really know what we're watching. I don't understand. I'm definitely at a loss of words, though. And the stuff that I want to say it's not very nice. One of y'all commented, it was either the last video or the one right before that one, like, Tim would drive you to cuss. He will. He will. You have to mind your tongue when you talking about him, because he'll make you slip something up real fast just because of the irritation, the stupidity, the gall that he has. It's just... Yeah, you have to guard your tongue. And I mean, he just pushing, scooping and pushing, scooping and pushing. And he has all of that equipment that he just had to have. Who goes and buys that type of stuff and then rather than use the stuff, rather than use the equipment, you'll actually invent something like this? If his music is still playing. I'm going to go past this just a little because just the music and him with this t-shirt that needs to get untucked expeditiously.
That little section right there cleared out, and I'm able to get the wheelbarrow bagged in on the side of it, and I'm figuring that that's the best system, the best route to go, because it just worked out better than having the wheelbarrow in front and then working back towards the back of the pile. So I'm working from the side of the pile, and I'm gonna slowly just keep on working my way that way. And as y'all see, I remember one time I was shoveling some dirt on video, and I was shoveling it like, y'all see sometimes I do my foot and push the foot down, push the shovel down to the dirt with my foot. But then sometimes I like put the end of the shovel like in my stomach, and then I kind of like push it under the dirt. And you have to do that because once the dirt gets so low, you can't like push it down in the ground with your foot anymore. So you have to like get up under it in order to get that last little bit that's on the ground so that you can get most of it from under there. And I'm leaving a little bit. I'm not really worried about taking too much from right here because it's going to be enough in this section right here just left over to smooth out in that area right there. So I'm not really worried about that. That's the least of my concerns. My biggest concerns is getting as much of this compost up so we don't have like a whole lot of compost left on the ground over there, and then it's not super thin over in these areas right here. But y'all can see I got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that 6? No, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 loads here. That's pretty good, and I'm not like dead tired. And you can see that the first load I did is already starting to dry out already, because that's a little bit darker over there. And this soil has been piled up in the pile for so long after it composted, and the rain has just been raining on it and everything. And so it's going to do it good and let it break down the last little bit by letting it get in small piles and drying out. But got this much done so far, and I think I'm about ready to go in and get Megan and the boys. Megan came out here and checked on me to see how I was doing. But I think that I'm going to get Tim Jr. to help me shovel scoops into the wheelbarrow, and then I think I'm gonna get Megan to take the wheelbarrow over to the sections and dump it, I have to see her do it to make sure she can do it without straining herself. But it's pretty easy because it has these double wheels on it. If not, I can do that myself. But and then I have Titus and Noah over here working with these rakes, and they can work on getting it kind of smoothed out. And Megan can kind of help them do that as well because she's gonna have a nice little break.
So why is this project, since he wants his family to be participating, can't be done after class? He's having to go in and get them because they're still in school, supposedly. And rather than let them go ahead and finish their day, let me go ahead and get them. What is the time crunch? You're not using this area of your yard for a year. Why can't they have a full school day? I know God can only let this type of stuff go on for so long.
In between bringing the wheelbarrow back after she dumps it, because it's going to take Tim Jr. and I a little minute, 5-10 minutes, something like that, to fill it back up with dirt. And so she can be running around with Benjamin, running around helping Titus and Noah, and just kind of, being the camera lady for today, so that me and Tim Jr. can just bunker down and work. I'm going to tell Tim Jr. to get his boots.
Basically, she can get another hernia, and while she's waiting on us, she can watch our child, because she can't get no downtime. I can't be out here working this hard, and in my mind the whole time I'm thinking, is Megan getting some rest? I can't see what she's doing in there. It'd be hard for me to stop and see if she's sitting down while I'm out here working. I gotta make sure that the workload at least stay even. I can't have her getting no rest. So it's gonna take us about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes to fill up a barrel, so she can be running around while I'm filling it up. Heaven forbid, after I give her this heavy wheelbarrow, that she needs some rest in between. Heaven forbid that. Nope, she got to keep going. She got to keep moving while I'm filling up this wheelbarrow. Now, mind you, while she's over there pushing it, I'm getting some rest in between. But I don't need her getting no rest in between pushing it and pulling it back over here. Ugh.
Because I actually had to change boots. I had on my muck boots that I do farm chores in, and I realized that I needed a good pair of steel toe, like real, farm boots. Some with some more, that's more sturdy. Because those boots, they're like rubber. Those muck boots, they're like.
And this is the second pair of boots that I've seen Tim in that look new. The second pair. The ones he had on earlier look new. Those look new. They don't look worn and worked like he's had them since they've been out there working. So he's getting new shoes too. Everybody but Junior.
Rubber at the bottom. And these are like, strong and sturdy steel toe. And it holds up for shoveling all this compost a little bit better. But let's go in here and see if Megan has gotten enough done in homeschool where she's comfortable releasing the boys and they're come on out for some vocation homeschool with the vocation homeschool dad. This is a beautiful thing to be able to
come out for some vocation school with the vocation homeschool dad. Because I lied to y'all. I don't know what made y'all think that I was going to let them boys actually go in there and learn something. You thought I was going to let them get smarter than me? Not even for a week. Not even for a week. Last time I went in there, it looked like Junior actually learned how to spell a word. So we can't have that. I don't need him to learn how to spell that word and then get the definition for it too. He'll know more than me. I compared myself to him the last time. I felt like I was smarter than him. I beat him at something the last time in the classroom. I can't have him beating me.
Had homeschool, like Megan teaches homeschool in the classroom, and then I teach homeschool out here in the field. You know what I'm saying?
Tim ain't teaching nothing. He's slaving.
The vocational style of homeschool, so that they can be able to use their hands. Because one thing about it, like they say, you can give a man fish to eat for a day, teach a man fish to eat for a lifetime. And one thing about working with your hands, knowing skills like plumbing, electrical, just ground keeping, all those type of things, just working with your hands in general, whatever it is, you'll never miss a meal, because you'll always have work to do. And so that's my job, is to teach them that. And then Megan is equipping them on the
Everything is in seasons, and it's not time for them to be learning how to be fishermen. Even though, he's using this wrong too, because if he was actually preparing them for the scripture he's talking about, he would let them stay in the classroom. He would let them learn something. He would let them be able to go and fish for themselves. Because right now he's keeping them dependent on him. They're not learning anything. They won't be able to go out and conduct any type of business, hold any type of conversations. He's keeping them handicapped, but he's acting like he's teaching them something. You don't think that a person can just rationalize how to get that manure from one pile to another? Where's the lesson in that? They scoop stuff up all day long. They take scoops of feed to the animals. They already have that lesson. They're not about to learn anything. All they're all going to do is get a hernia, back aches, and go in smelling a hot mess. Teaching.
Classroom type things, in case they decide to go that route in their profession, or they may decide to blend some type of profession that does both. Who knows? Let's get in here and see what they got going on. See if they're ready for me. Ready to do some work. Hey. How's it going? Y'all ready to do some work?
Yes!
Listen, one thing about it, the work we're gonna do today is gonna turn some boys into men. And it's gonna, Mama, what's gonna happen with you, Mama? They're gonna turn Mama from being so crazy to being not so crazy. Exactly. Too tired to do that. Exactly. Yeah. At the end of the day, Mama's gonna be too tired to do that. and the boys are gonna have a little bit of hair on their chest. Alright, so here's the plan. Titus and Noah, y'all's muck boots are adequate. So you come out, put your muck boots on. Tim, Junior, put on your town boots. Do they still fit?
Yes.
Okay, good. Put your town boots.
He keeps hesitating every time he gets that question. Junior, either they do or they don't, son. And I wish he would learn to tell the truth. I wish he would learn to speak up for himself more. He has to ponder about that question too often. Now, this is the second time he's asked him about those boots, and he's having to say yes. So, I'm interested to see these boots on his feet.
So, you're going to need some real boots. I had to switch out of my muck boots because I got a job that you're going to help do, and then a job that Titus and Noah are going to do. And Mama, you just muck booted up. You and Benjamin. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, we'll be ready.
All right.
Are you going to drink anything, or?
Well, yeah, I'll take a body on. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, just in case, what we had was power snack. We had bananas.
Okay, good. I took one out with me and ate one right before I got started. Yep. I'm good on food right now. Mm-hmm.
I got to check on it.
Yep. That's right.
But that's good. I'm so glad you ate bananas.
Good.
The only burger we got left.
Good. Thank you.
Just for you.
All right. I'll meet y'all out here.
All right. Let's get going, boys.
All right. I got the crew with me now, y'all.
So, I don't know where everybody keeps their shoes at. Now, I do see that there are always a lot of shoes in the laundry room, but it always looks like it's Tim's and Megan's size. It never looks like adult shoes are there. I could be wrong, but anytime in my recollection of shoes being back there, that's what I've seen. Junior just went back there to get the boots that he said to wear. So I'm hoping that these boots are Junior's boots and that he didn't go find a pair of Tim's boots to put on. But I'm going to pay attention and see. But I did notice he went back there when he told him to put his shoes on. And Titus and Noah stayed in the living room area. So I don't know where their shoes are. But I'm recalling in my mind, it just seems like I've only seen adult-sized shoes in that laundry room area.
We're ready to roll. We're gonna get this pile of work down, and it's actually going pretty quick if you ask me.
And then also he said muck boots, so they keep those boots in the barn. So yeah, Junior went back there to that laundry room area and put on some boots. So we gonna see.
I know till somebody got some sense, they gonna probably say, it's going super slow. You ain't gonna never get that done. But I ain't got good sense, so I'm gonna say it's going quick and I'm having fun. Shoveling compost on my garden, on my land. It's just amazing.
Okay, I see the boots on his feet. Y'all let me know if y'all think that they look like kids' boots or if those are some of Tim's old boots.
And this garden is going to develop more and establish more and more abundance in our lives. And
that music, Lord.
Like, I worked that girl with my bear.
Bare hands, exactly. That's going to make that strawberry and them blueberries and them squash and zucchini, cucumbers and tomatoes and cantaloupes and watermelons going to take it make it taste just that. It's going to make it taste just that much better.
I don't believe that. Megan just smiling. She's not going to be smiling when she finished with that wheelbarrow. She's not going to be smiling at all. Okay, so now Junior's shoes look like they're his size. They also look new. Well, I'm going to see. Those look awfully new. They don't look used at all. Y'all think he snuck and got him a pair to make up? And didn't show nobody? Don't want to admit he was wrong? Those boots look new. Look at this. Look. Just look. They're not doing nothing. Especially Noah. He not making a dent on nothing. Those boots look new that Junior have on. I think he took him to get some boots, y'all. Those boots look new. Pants are bigger. They loose. Junior might have got some stuff. Those pants are not tight. They are loose. Usually his pants are like riding his behind. Going in his behind. Tight around his thighs. And those pants are fitting him loosely. So, Junior may have gotten a couple of items. Just saying. Praise be to God if he did. All I can say is, won't he do it? Won't he do it? I had to talk about his daddy like a dog, though, to make it happen. But right now, what I'm seeing, y'all let me know in the comments, because, you know, I'll be missing stuff. I'm sure something happened in something that I haven't seen here lately, but it look like new stuff to me. At least it's fitting looser. Those boots definitely look new. They don't look like they've been worn yet up until today. But the jeans are definitely fitting looser. So that's a good thing. Now, right now, okay, I still feel like they should have stayed in the classroom. But
over here, filling up the wheelbarrow. He's doing a good job. He can fill it up just as fast as I can. And then I did the first couple of dumps myself. And then I just kind of let Megan see kind of what I was doing. And then I let her dump one. And she did good. She said it feels good. It's not too heavy for her. And I told her if she wants, we can put a little bit less dirt in there. And Titus and Noah are back here spreading it all out. Which the first spot that we're dumping is along this fence line. And then we'll start coming out with it. And we're trying to keep it pretty thick. We don't want it to be too thin. And so, but we're going to have plenty, though. Because we can come back and kind of top dress it once we're done covering the garden. And so, yeah, we're going to go ahead and set y'all up. We're going to get to work. Benjamin's over there bossing us around. Sitting back in his little cubby. What you think, Benjamin? We doing a good job? Yeah, Benjamin like he ready for a nap. All right, y'all. So everything's looking good so far. And we're going to get...
How can Benjamin boss anybody when he doesn't even speak? He's never given a command for them to do anything, and he loves to call him boss baby. He's never given one command. He doesn't even motion for things. They're so in denial about this baby, and it's only hurting him. It's, you know.
Get y'all set up. See how we can get this work down a little bit. And it's actually, because in my mind, we're about halfway. I know in reality, we're not. But I'm trying to make it to about this point right here. Because basically, I've done, because the pile was all the way over there where the wheelbarrow was at, because I couldn't fit the wheelbarrow.
He said in his mind they're halfway because Tim is so used to lying. You know, so he wants to lie and say they're halfway, but we can see. We can see they're nowhere near half. They're not even a quarter of the way done. But he lies so much that that's what he wants to say it. He just wants to say it. That's the same norm as him saying he's finished with a project, knowing that he's not.
In there. And so I worked down that whole little section right there by myself. And when we're going like twice as fast with Tim joining, like I said, it's like having two full-grown men, because he's shoveling that dirt pretty good.
You know, when you said we're halfway done, I was like, is he crazy? And my mind said
that's what you gotta tell yourself.
But then I thought about it, and
I don't know what Megan is about to say, but I'm glad that she highlighted that, because he was lying. Why even bring that up? He wanted to say he's almost halfway done with it, and then he had to think to himself, well, dang, they watching me right now. So now let me clean it up. The reason I want to say that is because, and then his reason didn't even make sense. So now here come Megan with her mop trying to clean up some of his mess. So let me see what stupid thing she's about to say to help him with this idiocracy that they got going on today.
I was like, yes, he's right, because guess what? When we move the top of this pile, all that's left, all we have to do is like spread it. It's like this part needs to be covered too, but the pile is already there.
Oh yeah.
So it's like all we have to do is the part around the pile.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's a big part that we don't have to like put dirt on already.
Oh yeah, sounds good. Even though it don't make any sense still, but you just have to find a way to.
Now what she said made plenty of sense, but that's not how he was meaning it. So he has to belittle her. She was trying to help his stupid self out. She was trying to make him look better and trying to rationalize whatever mess just came out of his mouth that they halfway done. So she's trying to present an argument of how they could be halfway done. He said, even though that don't make sense. Dummy, how do you not understand what she just said? She's telling you the dirt is already there. The wheelbarrow won't have to carry dirt there. It's already there. The boys won't have to spread it out. It's already there. Boy, I said small short bus.
Psych yourself out. So in my mind, oh yeah, we halfway done. We'll be done in a couple minutes. We won't be long at all. It's like 15 hours later, 3 days later.
5 days later.
Exactly.
6 hours later. Oh yeah, he's right.
Yep. Because you're just as crazy as I am. That's the thing. It's like we're all crazy. Nobody else is crazy enough.
We wouldn't be out here, right?
Exactly.
We just wouldn't be out here.
And nobody else is going to have them good old vegetables like we're going to have here.
Yes.
Good old strawberries. All right, y'all. I'm going to set y'all.
Tim got something growing on his face. Tim got something growing on his face as we speak, and he talking about what's going to be good out there. Nothing. Hygiene is too poor for something to be good out there. Y'all spreading pig mess everywhere from soil that y'all had stuff to do with. Soil that the rats have had their way with. And anything else that y'all have living out there. Fleas is full of dead fleas. Y'all had the flea infestation? Was it fleas or ticks? One of them. I know I'll be on them. I'm not gonna say nothing else. Let me go past this music some because I don't want to see this. What? So she did do it? Just like y'all said, as soon as I fast forward, I missed something. I'm all in the way too. Okay. So you see that? She dumped that out. Okay, at least she's getting a break. In his mind, in his mouth, that's not how he described he wanted it to go. he was saying that Megan would be watching Benjamin while they were filling it up, but she is getting a break in between, because while she's dumping it, they get a break. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong thing. I just still feel, though, that the boys could have had a full day's worth of school, and then this project could have been done. This could have been a weekend project. They could have done this every Saturday and Sunday for their family fun, farm days, or whatever they be having. Spread manure on your days off and let the boys learn. But, nope, not Tim. He's not going to do it. Okay, I'm going to attempt this again just to get past some of this monotony. They just doing busy work. Titus is doing something, but Noah, his little thing even looks too little to be making any progress. And wasn't it 2 full-size rakes? Why doesn't he have a bigger one too?
Wintertime job here, but it turns summertime in Mississippi at the blink of an eye.
It sure does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Got no warm out here.
Exactly. Thank you.
Here's your water.
All right, bud. Y'all take y'all a break. Get y'all some liquids in you. Come on, sit on down in the shade somewhere. Yep.
Red or purple? Red. Purple. Purple. That's all we got. We are just finishing up with our break. We had some drinks, but then we also needed a power snack, so we had some walnuts and some grapes, and it was delicious, and it gave us just the amount of energy that we needed to pick it back up and start working. So it looks like they've got another wheelbarrow full, and hey, I need to go get to spreading. All right, y'all, I'm sure y'all dumped some loads while I was gone, but it's time for me to pick it.
I know Benjamin better still be out there. I don't see him, so he better still be out there, because she came back from somewhere, and knowing them is to leave him unattended.
What, like almost where their wheelbarrow is? Oh, okay. Well, originally, yes, of course. So if we're going to take it all the way back to when Tim got started, it was at the fence line there. And so we've worked all the way there. I would say like, almost half now. Maybe not quite half, but almost there at the halfway point.
Okay, I don't see him in any corner anywhere, so he's probably taking a nap, but he's missing. He's not part of the crew anymore.
Come out from this line.
They just will never learn. They will never learn. It will take something horrible for them to be better parents. Well, to say, okay, maybe they were right, because I don't think they'll learn ever.
Gonna keep our heads down and continue working. The compost is not going to get spread if we don't spread it. Isn't that right? Yep. The Lord gave us the ability to work and to do, and so we're going to use that to glorify Him and to praise Him.
Well, she's making excuses for doing it too by hand instead of Tim's expensive equipment, so I don't know. I don't know about these two. Yeah, they confuse me. Look at her struggling. Gonna have another hernia next month, and it'll be from today. Can y'all imagine that? Like, whew, it looks tiring. And she's not done when she's tired. She's done when he says she's done. Her arms are going to be ready to give out. Her back is going to feel like it's ready to snap in half. And he's still going to have her pushing that wheelbarrow. No dinner has been prepared. She still has to go in the house and figure that out. I'm sure everything is still in the deep freezer. She didn't take anything out, thinking ahead like they should. He didn't take anything out. And she did school earlier. Well, supposedly did school earlier that morning. He walked in the house and everybody is in the living room. So I don't know about them. I don't know. I don't think school happens, but they try to pretend like it does. But I know that Benjamin for sure is not out there. They're ridiculous. Yeah, she's not going to be no good tomorrow, and she's going to still have to get up and be the wife and mother and everything else. School teacher, if they, should they decide. And one of y'all made a good point, like breakfast does not have to be cooked. They could just eat cereal or something that, they can fix for themselves, and you're 100% correct. And that's exactly what I was talking about when I was saying that they don't teach the boys how to do anything where they can help take care of themselves. That's the perfect example of that. And I know that
as y'all can see, we got black gold on.
I saw the video where Titus was supposedly helping Megan cook. I don't believe he was helping her cook, because as Tim is coming into the kitchen, the eggs are already scrambled in the skillet, and he's pouring what's left in the bowl in there, acting like he's scrambling eggs. No, Megan scrambled those eggs, and you had him pour that little bit that was left in the bowl to make it look like he's the one in there doing that. That was all staged. I don't believe he helped do anything in that kitchen. I'm trying to see if the music is done.
Is it hard work? Like, tell me what you're experiencing right now.
It's having fun and hard work. At first, I thought it was like, it's easy. And then at the end, it was like, you actually feeling something.
That's right. Are you surprised that we've gotten this much dirt moved already?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I told you that once you just put your head down and you look up and you'll be halfway done, and you look up again, you'll be all the way done.
Yep.
It seems like too much to do by hand, especially seeing that this is probably about 2 dump truck loads, maybe a dump truck and a half load of compost, and we're shoveling it all by hand, and we put it in here with the tractor. And so I'm glad that I got Tim Jr. helping me scoop and put it in the...
I don't think that the job that Junior is doing is bad. I don't think that the job duty that he's put Titus and Noah on is bad. I just think that they should have been able to do school first. I feel like this is something that could have been stretched out each evening after you are done with class, and while mom is preparing dinner for everybody, so that she can keep her behind in there with Benjamin instead of leaving him unattended, and so that you all are still getting your education, and I am keeping my promise about not having you out here doing vocation or chores, as he calls it. That's my issue with this entire situation, and that he has made videos about buying expensive equipment and then not using that expensive equipment.
What you call that thing?
Wheelbarrow.
The wheelbarrow. Titus, Noah, how y'all coming over here?
Good.
Y'all enjoying spraying this compost on the garden?
Yep. Yes.
Is it fun? Is it hard? Like, tell me your experience.
It's fun, and you're actually doing something.
That's right. Are you excited about what this garden is becoming? Like, can you see it already? Like,
they just respond to, first of all, stuff that Tim has told them to say, but then if he didn't give them a script, what do I think he wants to hear? It's fun, and then you doing something. Okay. All right. We'll keep going.
Yeah, I can see all the vegetables and stuff, and all the fruit, and
That's right.
Peace.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing because we hadn't did a garden in a few years, and some of the newbies might not even remember like us gardening. But we've had gardens over the years, but over the last couple of years, we've been focused on renovations and establishing our home. We got grandma established on our woodland property down the road, and it's like now we're just like tweaking some things around here, and now we're finally getting back to gardening. So are you excited to get back to planting the garden, Noah?
Yeah, it feels good time to be planting the garden.
That's right. That's right. What's gonna be your favorite part? Like, what are you looking forward to most as far as what we're gonna plant? Watermelon, cantaloupe, or is it more like lima beans, cucumbers, tomatoes? What are you looking forward to?
I'm mostly looking forward to the strawberries and the blueberries.
Yeah, me too. Yep, because we eat a lot of strawberries and blueberries. Yeah, y'all doing good?
And grapes.
Oh yeah, grapes. We can grow muscadines. We could plant like some bushes in some corners because of the vision that we have for this garden, Mama, is kind of it's gonna be like an aesthetically pleasing garden, and it's also like it's gonna work together. So it's not just gonna be just straight rows and just boring. It's gonna be like a little bit of rows over here. We might have a plot of strawberries over here. Might have a berry bush, like blueberry bush over there. Then we have our amazing red oak tree over here. Just look at that. Look.
You know, Tim could show them working since he's already got them out there, and he can daydream later. He doesn't know how to just... I know he has to have ADHD. He has to. His concentration level is not worth a darn. The minute he gets something new, it's old to him. He has to move on to something else. For us, he has brand new equipment over there in that corner. To him, it's old news. He could be using that equipment. Let me go get a new wheelbarrow and make that be something. Now he's talking about unnecessary things, which probably is just giving him an excuse to take a break. But talking about unnecessary things when he should be working.
Look at that site, Mom, behind you or in front of you.
That's nice.
The barn with that beautiful red oak tree there that's gonna continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger over the years, and it's gonna bloom out over the garden and over the barn, and then we're gonna have this amazing garden right here. What are your thoughts?
It's just beautiful. I'm taking everything in, and it's so beautiful. I'm excited. I'm super excited about the garden and getting back to having a garden, having fresh fruits and vegetables. You were talking about how we've been more focused on like renovations and different establishing here, and we actually had another human too.
Yeah, for real, more babies.
So we're at that point now though where we're established. To the point where we can start really honing in on the farm and establishing the farm. And you've done a good job with the animals and building up our flocks. And now it's time to pay attention to some vegetables. And
who did a good job with the animals? She said you. You is the boys. How dare you even say that in front of them? They are right there and you're giving their dad credit for it. Y'all haven't touched those animals this year. It's been your kids. The survival rate was as high as it was because of your kids. Y'all had to supposedly slaughter those chickens because one finally died. He had to die to hint to y'all that you playing. You're going to lose all of them if you don't go ahead and do your job, your part of this job. Now it's time for you to use your hands, and it's time for you to do what you're supposed to be doing out here. Tim didn't do nothing with those animals. And then how can anybody who keeps up with this channel pretend like what she said was true? We all know that Tim has done nothing with these animals. Nothing. And I know the boys are the reason that they had so many that survived this year.
Fruits and things like that, and I'm just super excited because even kind of when we just dabbled in gardening here a little bit, we grew potatoes, and I can remember those days, and I'm looking forward to having fresh fruits and vegetables again.
That's right. And so we've been working on getting our animals established, and now we have the meat kind of rolling. Yep. We're still not where we want to be at yet with meat, but we're getting there. Right. And so now we'll have like the meat growing and the vegetables growing, and we'll be well rounded in all those areas of nutrition in our diet.
Yeah, we're progressing, and we got to a good...
Nutrition came up again, y'all. He brought it up again. So he did take a mental note. He heard, it went into his spirit. So progress was made in a way, you know, but he's pretending like it's his idea. He's not gonna act like he was talked about to the point that he thought they should make some health changes. That to call themselves a farm, they should reintroduce vegetables out there. Because right now they're a ranch. So he's pretending like it's his idea, but he brought up nutrition again.
Place with the meat and the systems, and we kind of know where we're going with it, you know. And so now we're trying to really like establish and build a firm foundation on this garden, you know. That's what spreading all this beautiful compost topsoil is about, you know. Like, we're setting a really, really rich and good firm foundation like Jesus Christ, you know. And so that is where our garden is going to grow out of.
That's right. A good foundation. And like I was telling Tim Jr., it's like, this is hard work, but it's like we should only have to do this like once ever in the history of this garden. Like, this soil should be established, and the soil should get better and better every year. And after a few years, we might take a break on the gardening or something like that, and then put hogs back in here and just let them eat the vegetables. Or we may do that at the end of the season. Put the pigs back in here and let them eat all of the like vegetable scraps and things like that. Or some people let their chickens out on the...
Everybody is standing around and looking and taking a break except Junior. And I don't know why Tim or Megan didn't just say, you know, just rest for a minute, Junior. Because he just said that he thought it was going to be fun at first, and then now he's feeling it. And I believe that that's why Fatty is talking, is because he's feeling it. But that baby hasn't stopped working yet. His brothers are not doing anything. The minute that Tim started asking them questions, they stopped raking and haven't gone back to it. Megan is not having to do anything with the wheelbarrow, and Tim is being his typical self with the camera. Why has nobody told Junior take a break? We not doing nothing right now, son. Take a break.
Garden and let them eat the rest of the vegetable scraps, and then all of that goes back into the soil and continues to build up the nutrient. And I know that it helps the nutrient if you don't till it and you like cover it up and plant cover crops and things like that, and then the cover crops like die out and they go back to the soil, and it just continues to build organic material. And we'll probably come in like and suppress the weeds, because I like the look of the garden, mama, like the dirt, but I know that it's good to put down weed fabric so that you can suppress the weeds. But I don't like the look of that type garden. I like the natural garden. And so we'll probably put down like wood chips to suppress our weeds. Some people use leaves, just anything organic you can put there that'll die out, that'll suppress the weeds. I think we'll probably do something like that. And so those things will be dying out and then going back into the soil. And so we shouldn't ever have to haul in a big load of compost like this ever again for this garden, at least not in the near future. But right now, it's looking good. And I can see that dark soil building over there. And I can't wait to see this whole garden covered in this beautiful compost that we developed on the farm.
Making her next hernia. Steady pushing. Look at Tim. Hands on his hip watching. He hadn't done nothing. Junior filled that last load up. Now look at her struggling, and he just watching with his hands on his hip. I put my hands up on my hip when we did. More of the same. The sun is setting more, so they've been out there for a minute, and Benjamin is still somewhere doing his own thing. Maybe he's asleep, maybe he's not. They never got a baby monitor to help them be less irresponsible. And by the grace of God, the baby has not been harmed. By the grace of God. Get past this.
in the making. And only, you see the little tiny pile left? You see the little tiny pile left? That is all that we have left, y'all. It is amazing. I can't believe that we were able to move that much dirt. So that's amazing. I'm super excited about what we've accomplished so far.
We have hauled pig manure all day long. It is amazing. It's such a huge feat that we accomplished. It's just amazing. It's amazing. Nobody else knows how to do this. It's just amazing. We have a small pile left that still looks like a lot to me, but it's amazing.
I know y'all were looking at that humongous pile like, they're gonna move that by hand? Yes, we did.
Only because y'all have expensive equipment out there, Megan. If you did not have it, nobody would question it. But we know that y'all have options. So this whole episode is silly. It's very silly right now why you went and spent money on a wheelbarrow when you have equipment that's already paid for out there. Wasted money. Wasted trip. Wasted gas. Like, what did you really go into town for, Tim? Because you didn't need that wheelbarrow. Did you need a reason to get off of the plantation? You needed a reason to run from your lock gates?
So we're just going to continue working for now.
One more spurt.
But we're going to take one more. We just took a short break. But we're going to take one more big spurt. Then, y'all, that's going to be it for us today because we moved a lot of dirt. Like, let me see. Oh, yes. Moving mountains. One scoop at a time. So we've gotten this line here. Got a little bit more here. Here at this end, it's about almost halfway here. But then, you know, we got like one more line here before the rest of it is halfway. But we decided to go ahead and fill in. I'm just going to turn y'all around and show y'all. So, yes, here we've gotten almost halfway here at some points here, like right here. But then we need about one more line before we were halfway at this point. But we decided to come on in and fill in at the entrance. And what used to be a huge hog wallow is now completely filled in and covered with dirt. And we just celebrated when we filled in the hog wallow there because now it's starting to really look like a garden and not a pig pen anymore. So we kind of have eradicated all the last like evidence of pigs, and we have just like
I just can't even imagine what it smells like, but I'm gonna let her keep talking.
Fresh, nice soil that is going over every single surface of this garden. So it looks amazing. It is transforming, and we are doing some really good work. Like Tim said, we are moving mountains. So we're gonna keep our heads down for another spurt, and then y'all, we are going to celebrate what we've done today. I can't turn my back. Look at that. Is this some type of like, like joke, like punk, like?
You wonder why I was coming to grab the camera so fast.
Am I being practical joke? I think I might be. Somebody might be playing a practical joke on me.
We kind of got the wagon. I keep calling it the wagon. We kind of got the wheelbarrow a little bit overloaded for you.
Tim.
Yeah, a little bit more. One more scoop. One more scoop, Tim. Come on. Hurry up, Tim. One more scoop. All right, there you go. All right, mama, with your big, strong muscles. You got this.
Now, if this is not the stupidest situation right here, this is not funny, it's not a joke. His wife literally had surgery. You know, we're in a new year now, but all of that happened within the same year. The beginning of the year, she had surgery. The end of the year, he's trying to give her another hernia. He didn't have to lay down on the operating table, so no skin off of his back. But he has no, what's a good word for it? Compassion to not put her through that again. To act like a lesson was learned. He's making this be a joke, and then the boys are laughing because they think he's being funny. He's stupid.
You got this. It all falls out, yeah.
And she's equally as stupid, because why would you put your body through that, knowing how you can get a hernia, knowing how easily it could come back, and then knowing you can't handle this? Proving Tim wrong is not going to help you in the long run. This is just stupid.
That'd be fun. Mom, you need me to help you? I got it, Mom. I got it, Mom.
See, you just messed up my momentum.
I don't know if it's called momentum or not. It's called something. I don't know if it's momentum. Y'all let me know what that's called in the comments.
Stupidity. I'm going to say it in my comments. It's stupidity. Somebody called while I'm trying to do my video, but that's stupidity. That's what that's called. Stupidity. Why would she do that to herself? Why would she not be adult enough to tell him, you know, I got to take better care of myself? He's talking about health stuff right now, and it's not just about the food you eat. Idiot. It's not just the food. You're putting your wife in a serious medical situation right now. She didn't get the mesh because she said the doctor said her surgery went well. She should have gotten the mesh, because you're about to make her mess her body up even worse than what we know it is.
Because I don't think it's called momentum. Where is it called, Ty? What Mama did? Crazy. Crazy.
Listen, you know how some people are like, oh, you know, genius, you're genius. It's kind of like you have to be almost on the brink of crazy to do something like great, never been done before, something that you really can't do. You just got to be like, ah.
Why is everything that they say, they try to make it seem like it has something to do with greatness, or like, you know, I'm always trying to be a better version of myself, yet still I'm going to do something stupid that could set me back. I let y'all follow me into the hospital. Y'all know I had surgery for a hernia. Y'all watched me come home and heal from it. He supposedly let me heal, even though we know that didn't happen, because we saw her literally, I'll say hours after getting off the operating table, having to feed them. Stand up on her feet and feed them in her mom's kitchen. Help herself go up some stairs, back down some stairs, hop up in the car again, only to have to go home and do that again. We know he didn't let her heal from that. But she let us follow this entire situation, so we have knowledge of it, and now you want to act like y'all are just these great thinkers, and y'all are always trying to push yourselves to the next greatness that you have in you. And all we keep seeing is stupid moves. So no, whatever you're about to describe, Megan, that's the opposite of what you just did.
Yeah. Listen, you know what we're going to call it? Gorilla mode. You know, we got beast mode, now we got gorilla mode. So I'm going to save that footage right there, that clip.
Yes, because they are always out there clowning around like some monkeys. Yes. Gorilla mode, ape mode, chimpanzee mode, whatever you want to call it, because that's what y'all do out there, clowning like some monkeys.
Anytime we say gorilla mode, it's not. It's because beast mode is beast mode. Gorilla mode is whatever Mama just did. She call it momentum.
I probably will regret having that on camera, but that's okay, because y'all practical joke me. I live with like a house full of men, so it's like y'all practical joke me. That's okay. Yeah. You're not gonna one up me.
You over there talking to the camera. We over there like, her, put some more in there, put some more in there, put some more in there, and then I'm her.
She lives with a house full of men, which means she's supposed to be the voice of reason. But no, she just is joining in. She just getting in where she fit in. How can I be more like y'all? No, not worried about bringing a woman's touch to it, a mother's touch, a wife's touch, wisdom, I'll just get in with the boys. I'm the only female out here. I might as well just fit in with them.
You're like, why is he grabbing the camera so fast? And
you go, you ain't never come over. Look, like come over to get the camera smiling. Like, I get it.
Oh, yeah. But listen, the practical joke is on us, though, because we didn't think you were going to be able to move it. And you went in gorilla mode. Whatever the noise is you made. Exactly. It's like wild beast mode. It ain't beast mode. It's wild beast. That's an untamed beast.
That's right.
That beast is in a cage somewhere.
See, I can tell you. You felt right. I keep it in a cage for these special moments, like when all the men in my house try to practical joke.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Megan, I told you to wash that hairpiece that you got on your head. Wash it. Wash it. It's stiff. It's Benjamin Franklin stiff. Wash it. Take it off when you go to sleep at night. Wash it. Put it back on in the morning. Give it some movement.
All right.
Yeah. Now I'm just gonna leave it there.
That's what I'm saying. You just gonna leave the wheelbarrow there. It's like we need the wheelbarrow back. We need the wheelbarrow back by the dirt pile, man.
See ya.
Exactly.
So he has the camera in his hand. He could sit that camera down and move that wheelbarrow back to where they need it to be, because he just made her strain herself. Not to mention the fact, one of those dummies needs to be going in the house and checking on that baby that we haven't seen in, I want to say hours. I don't know how long they've been out there at this point without him. But I'm going to say hours. Nobody has laid eyes on him, and they're comfortable. They're out there joking, and nobody is going back and forth and just like, let me go check on Benjamin. Let me go make sure Benjamin is good, because he shouldn't be in there by himself in the first place. None of that is happening. Now, get that wheelbarrow and bring it back over here to us after I just made you strain yourself.
Give y'all a tour. Let me walk out the gate. Give y'all a tour of our new garden.
Okay, so that's the end of that. I don't want to see a tour of that. That was a whole hot mess. Like I said, the boys and the work that he had them do was not that bad. It was just they should have been in the classroom. Megan should not have been out there at all. That's not a project that they needed her for, period. He could have let Junior shovel that dirt in there, and he could have done the wheelbarrow, or vice versa. Either or. I think that Junior could handle the wheelbarrow, which when Tim called, he said it was for both of them. But we see that only Tim and Megan used it. So Junior could have done, either or, but they didn't need Megan out there. She should have been in the house unthawing some meat. She should have been making sure that the youngest child was safe. And really, this could have been a weekend project. They could have done this for 4 weeks straight, or 2 weeks straight, 2 weekends straight, until they got it finished. Because he's already said they're not going to use the space for a year. But these are not rational thinking people, so they don't do rational things. So that was my reaction to this, guys. Nothing that they do surprises me anymore, but this whole video had to be for content. He took the tractor and used it to get that stuff over there, but rather than spread it out some, then he put it in a huge pile. Then decided to go buy a wheelbarrow so that they could, per scoop, put this out. So that's the sales and what they're up to today. Well, that day. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here. I don't have anything I think that I need to discuss. Yeah, nothing that I can think of. So I want to thank you guys for joining me today, and I hope that you enjoyed this reaction. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscription button. I had someone comment a few weeks ago and say that after I said this, she went and looked and realized that she hadn't subscribed, but that she watches all the time. And because she watches so often, she, I guess, assumed that she had already subscribed. So you guys go ahead and hit the subscription button. I will be bringing these type of videos, and I'm about to start, this is a new year, so the channel is about to evolve into also bringing cult-like behavior to this channel, because that's what I feel like we're seeing out on IAG farms, and I don't want that message to get lost in just their mundane day-to-day things. I would like to keep it in context of why we see them even out there operating like they do. So this year, I'm going to start incorporating that aspect as well. I've done a couple of videos on it, maybe 3 videos so far to date, maybe 4, but I'm going to do more, just because awareness needs to be there. I saw a video the other day, and it was talking about an older story, but they were talking about some things that dealt with a cult, and nobody ever put 2 and 2 together. It's never been talked about until now. So it's just interesting how people are just out here taking advantage of different people, and if you're not mentally prepared, they will conquer you. So I just want to keep awareness about all these type of things. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. To everybody who has already subscribed, I want to thank you. Thank you all for being so faithful. Thank you for your commentary. I really do enjoy the commentary. And thank you for coming back time and time again. So I'm going to get out of here, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.